Time now for Futures in Focus. Oil is climbing as Saudi Arabia is said to have cut production last month, according to OPEC delegates familiar with the matter. That plus other headlines. Let's bring in Scott Bauer of Prosper Trading Academy. He's at the CME. Scott, what was reaction like to the announcement about Iran just a few moments ago?
Well, it's actually fairly muted, but the pressure is still to the upside here. Everyone's expecting some additional sanctions, or that's what we were expecting here. So, like I said, there's kind of this underpin to the market here because of that geopolitical risk. But, we saw oil rise late Friday and early this morning, like you just mentioned, on that Saudi output cutback. Analysts had expected actually a rise, and the number came in much softer than expected.
Yeah, crude output fell from Saudi Arabia, and so that had prices sort of underpinned, as you say, already. We'll get another OPEC report next week. What are traders doing before that?
We've traded actually in a very, very mild range here, about 67 to 71. I think people are really looking to see what happens with the Iran sanctions ahead of that. But again, the underpinning to the marketplace is almost like the Fed put, almost like there's a put in the marketplace here. So I think on any kind of pullback before next Monday, before the OPEC meeting, we're going to see buyers coming into the marketplace. I think that's what we're seeing traders align themselves with as well.
Scott, we had Jamie Dimon talking about a 5% 10-year yield. We're still at 2.92. We're 8 basis points off where we touched last week. Where does the 10-year go in the short and medium term?
Well, wow, that would really be a shock to the system, right? Everyone was kind of freaking out just a couple months ago at 3%. But really, the tepid number we got out of the Fed, or out of the unemployment number on Friday, is really what kind of brought us back down below 3%, kind of, really halting its rise here. But what's interesting is we're seeing the 2-year actually climb up again, and that squeeze coming back in, the tightening there. So we'll have to see what happens, but certainly it seems like this 3% number is definitely the upward range of the 10-year right now. Jamie Dimon, who, talking about 5%, I don't know when that is going to happen in the near future or not. But for right now, it sure seems like pressure on the 10-year is to the downside.